graduating students choose one of their own to be the recipient of the Ronnie D. Cohen Class Orator Award to address the graduates, faculty, and guests. This year's class orator is Joshua R. Stickell.
Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, faculty, staff, families, friends, and the class of 2025. Thank you for the honor of being your class orator. I don't take this lightly, mostly because I spent the last 3 years writing thousands of words for people who didn't actually read them, and now finally, I have a captive audience. So thank you again. There's this idea people have about going to law school, that it shapes you, challenges you, transforms you into a more refined, confident version of yourself. And that's one interpretation, but most of us didn't just go here. We grew here, and not in the kind of way that's easy to summarize. We grew when things were messy, when we were overwhelmed, uncertain, or completely over it, but kept showing up anyway. We grew in the moments no one was grading and no one was watching. We learned how to pivot, how to recover, how to keep going on a random Tuesday when no one was cheering us on. We figured out how to carry ourselves in uncomfortable situations without making ourselves smaller. We didn't just learn how to answer questions, we learned when to speak, when to listen, and how to let someone else be wrong in peace. And we did all that without sighing or rolling our eyes out loud. But I think we should applaud ourselves for that, so give it up. Yeah. We grew in grit, in clarity, in grace. And when I say grace, I don't mean elegance. I mean the ability to move through hard things without letting them harden you, to not turn cold just because things got heavy, to keep showing up with your full self even when it would have been easier to shut down. For me, that meant holding it together through long hours of brief writing and trial prep, over 200 hours in just 10 weeks, to win asylum for a clinic client during trial. And when that trial ended, it meant shifting immediately into bar prep while grieving a personal loss, carrying heartbreak and self-doubt and burnout while trying to convince myself I was ready for the bar exam. And to be 1,000% honest with you, there were absolutely moments I wasn't sure I could do it, but I kept going. And because I kept going, I helped someone win the right to remain safely in this country. And I have to shout out fellow graduate Michael O'Connor and director Ronnie. Hi. And not to mention, I did pass the February 2025 bar exam. Thank you. Shout out to my fellow pro bono scholars. We all passed. I'm so proud of us. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That growth, that quiet, personal shift most people will never see, that's the whole point. Because it means we're no longer practicing, we're not preparing, we're here. Now begins the part where we get to decide what happens next. We don't represent potential anymore. We represent presence, undeniable, unforced, and entirely our own. Which is great, because shows potential looks terrible on a resume, I think. We're not waiting to be chosen, we are choosing ourselves. We didn't get here because someone told us we were ready. We got here because we kept going, through uncertainty, through pressure, through moments that didn't come with instructions. We had to lead ourselves before anyone asked us to lead others. We had to trust our own voice when no one was echoing it back. And now, we don't need permission. We move forward not for recognition, but because we know exactly what we're capable of. We know how to read the room, we know how to hold the room, and most importantly, when the room isn't worth holding, we know how to leave. We are what comes next. So no, this isn't the start of something. This is just the part where we stop pretending we're not already in it. With clarity, with edge, with grace, not as elegance, but as resilience, we are what comes next. Now, before I close, I know many of us, if not most of us, are first-generation college and law school graduates, and will be the first lawyers in our families. So, round of applause if that's an amazing feat. Congrats to us all. So I hope you'll indulge me as I take a moment to thank my parents in the audience in Spanish. Ooh, okay. As Hispanics make up only 6% of all attorneys in the United States, this is a big deal for me and my family. Okay. Hi. Mamji, Oscarinho, los quiero mucho. Gracias por todo el apoyo que me han dado durante mi vida. No sé cuánto tiempo me va a tomar, pero les prometo que me voy a poner las pilas para tratar de devolverles todo. Todo lo que soy, lo soy por ustedes. And for the non-Spanish speakers out there, to translate, I said, I've got a carburetor outside I just got to do some work on, so just kidding. What I really said was, Mom and Dad, I love you very much. Thank you for all the support you've given me throughout my life. I don't know how long it'll take me to pay you back, but I promise to work hard. Everything I am because of you. Thank you all again. Remember, you've already passed the bar. You're just waiting to take it. And congrats, we did our big ones. Thank you. Thank you.